constantly overwhelmed, tired, and wondering why you never have enough energy for yourself. It's not just physical exhaustion, it's an energetic drain that's happening on a level most people never address. But here's what most energy coaches won't tell you. 90% of your fatigue isn't even yours to carry. I've spent over a decade helping people identify their energy leaks and reclaim their power. After working with countless clients, I've discovered that most people are unknowingly hemorrhaging their vital energy, at least in 3 specific ways. And today, I'll show you exactly how to spot these leaks and seal them up for good. This isn't about drinking more water or getting better sleep, though those do help. This is about energetic sovereignty, that missing piece that transforms everything. Think about how you feel after certain interactions, maybe leaving a family gathering, feeling completely depleted, or perhaps a 5-minute conversation with a coworker leaves you needing a nap. That's not normal. That's an energy leak. The problem is, most of us were never taught energetic boundaries. We were taught physical boundaries, don't touch people without permission, but no one explained that energy transfers between people constantly, whether you're aware of it or not. This creates 3 major consequences. First, you become an unwitting energy sponge, absorbing others' stress, anxiety, and negative emotions without realizing it. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's literally draining your life force. Second, these accumulated energies create blockages in your own system, making it increasingly difficult to manifest what you actually want in life. And finally, without energetic sovereignty, you're essentially creating your life with everyone else's crap mixed in. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece while strangers randomly come by and splash colors onto your canvas. That sucks. Get the picture? But here's the truth. This isn't your fault. No one taught you how to manage your energy or your energetic field, yet it's affecting you. Everything from your relationships, to your career, to your health. Years ago, I was the ultimate energy sponge. I prided myself on being the person that everybody could come to and dump their problems on, the empath, the healer, the fixer, the rock. I remember one afternoon when I had back-to-back coffee meetings or dates with friends, going through tough times. By the 3rd hangout, I felt physically ill. My stomach hurt, my head pounded, and I could barely focus on what my friend was actually saying. That night, as I collapsed into bed with what I thought was the flu, I was like, yo, this feels off. Something was different about this illness. It didn't feel like my normal sickness. It felt foreign, like I was processing somebody else's something. That was one of my wake-up calls. I realized I had no energetic boundaries whatsoever, and that I was literally taking on everyone else's stuff as if it were my responsibility to carry. Sound familiar? The good news is that once I learned to identify my energy leaks and establish proper boundaries, everything else fell into place. My health improved, my relationships deepened in a healthier way, and I finally had the energy to create from a place of safety and create the life that I actually want. And that's exactly what I want to help you achieve today. Let's dive into the 3 most common energy leaks and how to identify them in your life. The first and most common energy leak is emotional absorption, taking on other people's feelings as your own, sometimes called matching, right? Energetic matching. Here's how to identify if this is happening to you. You feel drastically different after spending time with certain people. You experience emotions that seem to come on out of nowhere. You feel the mood in a room immediately when you enter. You find yourself processing emotions that don't seem connected to your own experiences. And this is happening because empathic people often have porous boundaries. We're literally designed to sense others' emotions, but not carry them. Here's a quick test. Think about someone who's in your life that's struggling right now. As you think about them, notice how your body feels. Do you feel a heaviness in your chest, a tightness in your throat? That's you starting to match and take on their energy. The key distinction is this. Awareness of someone's emotions is empathy. Carrying their emotions is absorption. One is a gift, the other is a leak. The second major energy leak comes from unconscious energetic cords, connections that are between you and others that continue to drain your energies long after the interactions have ended. Signs that you have draining cords include thinking obsessively about past interactions, feeling drained when thinking about specific people, having dreams about people that you haven't seen in years, experiencing unexplained fatigue when thinking about certain relationships or events, These cords often form with ex-partners, unrequited lovers, family members with whom you've got complex dynamics, friends or colleagues that are in competitive relationships with you, or anyone with whom you have unresolved issues. What makes these particularly draining is that they operate 24/7, often below your conscious awareness. They're like energetic IV lines continuing to siphon your power. And the third, and perhaps most insidious energy leak, is what I call energetic inheritance. Carrying patterns and beliefs and energies that were passed down to you, like a gift, only you don't want that gift. This gift includes family trauma patterns, limiting beliefs about money, success, or relationships, cultural or ancestral burdens, collective energies from groups that you choose to identify with. You might be experiencing this if you find yourself repeating patterns despite conscious efforts to change. You have fears or anxieties that don't match your actual life experience. You feel responsible for healing your family's wounds, or you carry guilt or shame that doesn't seem to connect to your actual actions. What makes these leaks so powerful is that it often just feels like part of who you are, rather than something external that you're carrying. But much of what you think is your personality or your issues is actually something that's been inherited. It's an inherited energy that was never yours to begin with. Now that we've identified these three major energy leaks, let's talk about how to seal them and reclaim your power. The first step is to stop absorbing others' emotions. The first step to stop absorbing others' emotions is to establish energetic boundaries. Try this simple practice. Before entering any potentially draining situation, take 3 deep breaths. Visualize a bubble or shield of light surrounding your body. Set a clear intention. I am open to compassion and closed to absorption. Throughout the interaction, check in with your body. Any sign of tension is that you're leaking. I teach my clients something called the energetic return at the end of the day, where you visualize gathering any energy that isn't yours and returning it to its source with love, only after you've called back any energy that you've given away. Remember, you can be fully present and compassionate without taking on others' emotional states. This isn't selfish, it's necessary for true service. To address energetic cords, you need to become aware of them and then consciously release them. Here's a simple cord cutting practice. Sit quietly and scan your body for sensations of pulling or draining. When you identify a cord, visualize where it connects to you. With love, not anger, visualize sending all of the foreign energy back and call all of yours back to you, fully transmuted and cleared. Then, cut those connections. Cutting cords doesn't mean ending relationships, it just means transforming how you have the dynamic. After you've cut the cords, fill up with yourself. Vision a light above your head and allow that light to flow in atop, filling in all of the areas from which the cords were cut. To release these energy patterns, it requires attention and awareness. Start with this inheritance inventory. Write down patterns you notice in your family around money, relationships, and self-worth. For each pattern, ask, is this truly mine? Does this serve my highest good? For the patterns that aren't necessarily yours, create a release statement. I acknowledge this pattern of specific belief has been in my family for generations. I honor its purpose, and now I choose to release it as it no longer serves my highest good. This work requires deeper healing, but simply beginning to question what's yours versus what's inherited can create powerful shifts. Remember, you're not obligated to carry energy that was passed on to you without your consent. Energy leaks are the hidden reason so many of us feel depleted despite our best efforts. By identifying where your power is draining through emotional absorption, energetic cords, or inherited patterns, you take the first crucial step towards energy sovereignty. This isn't just about having more energy, it's about reclaiming your power to consciously create a life that you love. Your energy is your most precious resource. It's time to stop giving it away.